Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to the Coaching Corner. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone, all the Muslims out there who will be fasting during the blessed month of Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak. Um, so looking forward to this blessed month and just reaping all of the um, not just all of the benefits, but also just improving myself, mind, body, and soul. So Ramadan Mubarak to everyone who's fasting this blessed month of Ramadan. And welcome, welcome, welcome to the Coaching Corner. I am Jamila, aka the IEP Coach. I am the founder and CEO of the IEP Coach LLC. We are an education company and we specialize in supporting special education leaders of charter schools with their special education teams and to keep them out of litigation. All right, so we support you with your systems in your school, so your SPED team has longevity. One person, the system is not in one person's head, and to keep you all out of litigation. All right, that's what we do here at the IEP Coach. And every Tuesday we go live at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we talk about all things special education. And there's always time for Q&A at the end. So if you have some special education questions, this is for you. Make sure you stay to the end so we can get those questions answered. Tonight's topic is clarity is a charter leadership responsibility. Yes, it is. All right. Yes, it is. But before we get started, I just want to remind you all that we have our webinar coming up next Thursday, February the 26th. The three biggest IEP meeting mistakes and how to fix them. This is a free webinar. If you are a SPED leader, a principal, or you're part of a SPED team, this webinar is for you. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the comments so you can go ahead and register. It is absolutely free. Absolutely free. All right. All right. And before we go on, share out this live. Share it out with your charter school SPED leaders, your charter school SPED teams, the leadership, principals. Share it out with them, okay? And as I'm telling you to share it out, I am sharing it out as well. I am so happy the snow is going away. Oh, it was terrible here in Philly. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It was like daggone ice glaciers outside. You couldn't park anywhere, but the ice is melted. Thank the Lord for that. Oh, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. Let's share out this live. Share out the live. Here we go. Like daggone ice glaciers. Here we go. All right. Shared it. All righty. So let's go ahead and jump on that. And as you are tuning in, as you're coming into this space, let us know where you are tuning in from. All right. Because we are live on our Instagram, our LinkedIn, our YouTube, and our Facebook pages. Okay. All right. So again, tonight's topic, clarity is a charter leadership responsibility. It absolutely is. Clarity, having clarity is in your school, that is a leadership decision. That's not something that's part of their personality. Oh, this is how they run their school. This is what they do. No, it's a leadership decision when you have clarity in your school. You have clarity about the different departments in your school, how things are going to be run. And specifically, we're talking about special education. Okay, so it is a leadership decision to have clarity regarding your special education department, your special education team, however you want to refer to your SPED leaders and those that support the students with IEPs in your school, your SPED team, your SPED department. They need clarity. All right, so. And by having clarity, it sets the tone in your school. It sets the tone for the department. Things run smoothly. Okay? So, with clarity, by having clarity, you need to know, especially with your special education team, You need to know who is owning the progress monitoring. You need to know who's going to ensure that the special education services are being delivered. Who is tracking the due dates? Who is ensuring that the accommodations from the students' IEPs are being implemented? Who is ensuring that the related services are actually being provided? Like, these are just some of the questions that you need answered, that will give you clarity on where what you're doing with your special education team. Because without those answers, your team isn't clear. Teachers are overfunctioning. You'll have certain teachers, team members doing more than others. Your SPED leader has no structure. The school leadership has no structure, because when it comes to SPED, they're not going to know. They're not going to know anything. You're going to administrative meetings, you know nothing about your SPED because nothing is clear. Your compliance will be inconsistent. Burnout is going to rise in your team. And then what happens? This increases your litigation risk. Okay? So it is extremely important that special education leaders and charter schools, you have clarity on your team. You have clarity about the processes in your team, who's doing what. And it needs to be documented. Okay? Because without it, you will have confusion and chaos, and that will be extremely expensive for your charter school. Being confused and chaotic costs a lot of money. It's very expensive being confused and being chaotic. This is how you get hit with the complaints, the audits, and the lawsuits. So it costs too much for you to be operating reactively. It costs too much money. Okay? It is extremely expensive. All right? Now, why some charter schools struggle with clarity? You're rapidly growing. Some charter schools grow from one grade. They may start with 3 grades or 2 grades. And then some may grow each year another grade. Some, hey, you start with 3, hey, and you may add 3 more. You grow very, very fast. And then your staff is unstable because you have such high turnaround. There are budget constraints. There is this make it work culture. Instead of actually making sure things are working, it's like, oh, just make it work. Just make it work. And then you have actually some strong team members on your team, but they don't have strong systems. There aren't any strong systems. So you have strong team members operating weak systems. And when your systems, I can't say this enough, when your system and your processes live in somebody's head, it lives in that one person on that SPED team, they know everything, they know how to do everything, know where everything is on their computer and all that. Your system will break. It's going to break. Because you cannot thrive, your SPED team can't thrive if your systems are in one person. Your systems need to be documented where everyone on the SPED team has access to it. Everybody needs to know where everything is going to be stored, where the IEPs are. What's the process for running an IEP meeting? What's the process for doing progress monitoring? Everybody on that team needs to know the information. And it needs to be stored where everyone on that SPED team can have access to it. Because without a strong system and a clear system, your team will be fragile and will easily break. The moment that person leaves, they get burnt out and leave, your whole SPED system just walked out the door with them. And you have absolutely nothing. Nothing was backed up. Nobody has copies of anything. Your system is broke. And being fragile with broken systems, it leads to crisis. which leads to litigation. So this is extremely important that you have, as the SPED leader in your charter school, you have clarity on everything, every nuance of your SPED team. Every nuance. What does strong clarity look like? Clarity. There are defined roles. Your role is defined of what you are responsible for. Your special education teachers have their roles. It is clear to define what their jobs are. What are they responsible for? What are the related service providers responsible for? What are the paraprofessionals responsible for? Everyone has a clearly defined role, and they know what their role is. You are clear on the non-negotiables of your department. You're clear on that, and you are very transparent with the expectations for everyone on the SPED team. You have your expectations of how the IEP meetings are going to go. You have your expectations of how the IEP should be written. Everyone is clear on those expectations. You are clear on the progress monitoring expectations, how you're supposed to go about doing the progress monitoring. You are super clear. You have your defined roles, you have your clear non-negotiables, and you have your transparent expectations. That's the clarity part. You have to be, and then the other part is you have to have organization. You will drown if you don't have organization. This is the part where a part of the systems. You got to have organization in order to have strong SPED systems in your school and processes. So, have your systems documented. This can be in Google Drive. This can be on Microsoft OneDrive. Everybody on that SPED team and all the leadership need to have access to that. So all the systems are documented, not living in my head, not living in your head as a SPED leader, not living in that one SPED teacher's head who knows. No, it's in one, it's documented in a location that everyone has access to. And then you have shared trackers. So your progress monitoring tracker, you can have a tracker for tracking the IEPs, your IEP meetings, whose IEP was completed, who attended that IEP meeting, and you have your tracker, and they are trackers, and they are shared with the SPED team. Everyone has access to the trackers. So you can keep track and see who's doing what was completed. So you're not blindsided by anything. And then you have visible processes. The process for everything that needs to be done, it is visible. You have trained the team on it. You've modeled it. So everyone knows how to do it. And then all the systems are documented. Okay? So you have your clarity. You got to be organized. But you also have to review your systems to make sure they're working like they're supposed to. How do you do this? Have regular check-ins. Regularly check in with members of your SPED team. Regularly go pop in and sit on an IEP meeting. Regularly go look at the progress monitoring tracker. Go check the IEP tracker. Hey, regularly pop into one of the related service sessions. Pop in. Check in. This is how you see if your systems are working. And if they're not, fill in the gap, fix the gap. Don't put a Band-Aid on it. Actually fix it. All right. This helps you see if there are any gaps, loops, any monitoring loops or anything. You can fill in your gaps and make the necessary corrections. Because you'd rather do it now, fix it correctly now, than wait till later. And that small problem, costs you thousands, if not millions of dollars to fix. And you have to have transparency with your data. Everyone on that team needs to be able to be transparent with that data, be able to look at the data, make data-driven decisions for the students. Be able to look at the data. What trends do you see? What patterns do you see? This helps you make decisions for your team and the students. And then you have to execute. Follow through with what your systems are. Have accountability. Hey, hold everyone accountable for executing the processes, for following through. If somebody's struggling, give them the training that they need, the coaching that they need. So that way they can be held accountable to follow through. And then by doing that, your systems will survive any turnover. So you can't afford to not have clarity as a SPED leader working in a charter school. You can't afford it. You can't afford it. You got to have the clarity. You got to have the organization. You got to review your systems, and you have to execute. Strong SPED leaders, they're not doing the most. They're making things clear. They're making things clear. And being a strong SPED leader, you're not defined by all that you can carry. That doesn't make you a great, amazing SPED leader at a charter school. No, what defines you is the fact that your special education team can run without you because you have been so clear and you have strong clarity. They're so clear on your systems, your special education team can run without you being there. Not how much you're carrying on yourself. How well can your SPED team run without you? That's the goal. Because you're clear. You have clarity. And think about this. You're working in a charter school now. Are your systems written down? Think about this. Are your systems written down? Are they documented somewhere, or are they in somebody's head? Or you kind of know. You're assuming what they are. Do your teachers know exactly what they are responsible for? If your SPED coordinator left tomorrow, what will fall apart? If the answer to these questions is not, if it's like, oh my God, no, dang, if my SPED coordinator left, I don't even know what I would do. Then you need to book a call with us. You need to book a call with us to get the IEP coach in your school so we can help support you with building sustainable special education systems. And I'm going to drop the link for you to schedule a call with us. All right. All right, the link was just dropped. The link was just dropped. Okay? Clarity, it reduces the burnout, it reduces litigation, it builds confidence in your team and you as a SPED charter school SPED leader. And clarity is leadership. It's leadership. All right? Do we have any questions tonight? Any questions? Do we have any questions? I know it takes you a minute to type your questions, to text them because you're texting. But go ahead and what questions do you have? Or do you have a special education question? Feel free to go ahead and ask that question. All right, I am going to drop just remind you guys of our webinar that's coming up next Thursday. The biggest IEP meeting mistakes and how to fix them. Don't want to miss this. This is for SPED team members, charter school SPED leaders, principals, APs. This is for you. This is for you. Dropping the link again. It is absolutely free. Also, we have a Ramadan toolkit. You want to support your Muslim staff, your Muslim teachers, your Muslim students? We have a toolkit for you to help support you with that. And I'm going to drop that here. Here is the Ramadan toolkit. Get that today. Mentor Teacher Lee and I, shout out to Mentor Teacher Lee. Her and I put this toolkit together. It should get you right for what you want to do for your school. And also, we just, the IP coach dropped a reel today talking about what culturally responsive leadership looks like. And we just talk, and I share how at one of my previous schools, what we did for Ramadan. Now, you don't have to do the exact same thing, but you can bring awareness to your school, by acknowledging it. Your staff will feel seen, your students will feel seen, your employees will feel seen. Okay, so go ahead and get your toolkit today. Let me see, we got any questions? Any questions? Let me go back. All right, I don't see any questions. If the questions come to you later, feel free to shoot us a DM. We are very responsive on our social media. We are about to head out, but before we go, please remember to be kind to yourself. Remember, when you push past capacity, that's where burnout occurs, and you don't want to do that. Okay, be kind to yourself. I pray all the Muslims that are celebrating Ramadan, I pray that you have a blessed and safe Ramadan, and I pray that you leave Ramadan better than what you came, better than how you began your Ramadan. All right, see you all next week. Have a good night. Peace.